All right, good evening. How's everybody doing? Loud crowd, I love it. My name is Alan. I'm the host and executive producer of the TV show Caribbean Vibrations. I want to give everybody a big round of applause who's here today at Real Jerk Legacy and who's watching online. Thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day to come hang out with us and learn about our third annual Caribbean Vibrations Real Estate Cruise. Thank you. Give a round of applause. Yourself, you're looking good. You're looking good. And even though you're at home, you should see these guys yamming all the wings. We got some wings and stuff like that, and they're into it. So what I'm gonna do is tell you a bit about ourselves. I'm gonna say, Melissa, can you present now? So we're here to talk to you about our third annual Caribbean Vibrations Real Estate Cruise. Scroll down. Oh, I'll show you that. Almost got, there you go. Perfect. This is actually our first trip. We're in Barbados. This is the first time people that went with us back in 2019. So first thing I'm gonna do is tell you a little bit about the show. Next slide, please. Some of you know, some of you don't know. Oh, sorry, agenda. I should know about this. Who we are. We're also gonna talk about the real estate cruise, where we're exactly going, your travel arrangements while we're there, as well as cruise packages, and we have some videos and some sponsorship packages. Next slide, please. So this is us, Caribbean Vibrations. See the logo. We've been on the air for the last 20 years on Omni Television. It's a television show all about Caribbean culture here in Canada and around the world. So we have to do real estate, well, not real estate, we'll do festivals, we teach you all about food, restaurants. There's so much things we get to do because the Caribbean diaspora is a beautiful thing. And we get to show you the best and brightest from here in Canada and around the world. Next slide. So the Caribbean Vibrations Real Estate Cruise. My business partner who's in the back there, Tony, and I had the luxury and the luck of being taken on our first Caribbean Vibrations, first real estate cruise back in, I think, 2016. We were lucky enough to travel with someone who's very dear to us, and Brogan and Kirk, rest in peace, where he took us on their cruise where they took real estate agents to the Caribbean. And in each stop, what they would do is show them different houses, different properties. And we're like, this is a pretty novel idea, but there wasn't enough Caribbean diaspora. So we said, Tony and I took it upon ourselves to do our first one back in 2019 because we thought there was a need for it. Just to educate people, because some people will be like, well, I'm from Jamaica, so I should buy in Jamaica. But we're like, no, you don't have to buy in Jamaica. There's lots of beautiful properties in Barbados and Antigua. And then also people who love Caribbean Vibrations, who just love the Caribbean, there's investment opportunities out there. It's different with Airbnb and these type of things. You know, and it's also great for a potential retirement property. And even with everything that's going on right now, and I think we do have to be honest to acknowledge what's going on, the hurricane and everything like that, it is some devastation. It does happen sometimes, it is hurricane season, but the Caribbean is still a great place to live and to reside and to retire to with a lot of great benefits as well. So again, we started back in 2019 with our first cruise. Fortunately, COVID hit, and then we had our second one back last year. It was a great success. Each time we brought at least 20 people. And the good thing with the cruises is that you get a lot of like-minded people. So you meet people on the cruise, you end up being friends with. So a lot of people who are on our cruises are still friends today. They see the potential of some people who are talking about buying properties up here. So they are very business-minded. They are very much about buying real estate for investment or also for retirement. And they have a lot of fun. Now this cruise we're going on, it's going to be in the next 6 months. We will be leaving from Puerto Rico on November 30th, that's a Saturday. And for Puerto Rico, we'll be going to the islands of St. Martin, St. Lucia, Barbados, Dominica, and Antigua. While we're there, we're going to showcase different properties and you'll get a chance to network, meet some different people, whether they're real estate agents, investment bureaus, etc. Next slide.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, coming to you from the beautiful Cap Estate on the Isle of St. Lucia, on the fourth stop of our real estate cruise.
estate partners on every single island, so if you're a realtor, we connect with. And what we'll do is while we're on that island, we connect you with places that you let us know. There are developments all over each island, but there's different price ranges, everything, but we will usually talk to you ahead of time. And if you fill out the questionnaire we have, look for your price range. Because if you saw in that previous video, we had some places that were 2-3 bedrooms and they were like condos right by the beach, great for Airbnb. But you saw that one with the pool and infinity pool and we did helicopter shop, that's $1.2 million. Not everybody wants that. We just did that to kind of show people the range. So again, when we get there, we're going to visit 2 or 3 properties based on what the group tells us they're interested in. There's also the possibility if you decide to come down and say, you know what, I really want to go to this island or these 2 islands, we can also set up some private tours for you because your place might be a bit further than we're going. You want to be able to get, and you might say, you know what, for the drive for that day. So for example, I use St. Lucia again. We come into Cashews here, some people might want to go down to Viewfort. That is not going to be able to follow the group to do that. So they might go on a private, do things down there, and then come back to catch us on the cruise. So we have that ability as well too, if we're ahead of time. But again, when we do these cruises, we do it based on what you tell us you're interested in. Myself and Tony, we do TV, but we also want to promote the Caribbean and real estate. But you guys got to tell us what you like. So again, we get off, visit 2 or 3 properties, and then we have a lunch. At that lunch, we will usually have a discussion about the properties that we've seen. We'll also have a real estate party might be there, might have some bankers, as well as the investment bureaus there. Because another thing too, when you go to these islands, there's properties for sale, but there's also different business opportunities. And that's where the investment bureaus might come in and say, you know what, have you thought about this? You know, they're pushing a farming program. They might have, you know, what they call incentives for different business. And there's a lot of things that people don't realize are going on in the Caribbean. Like, for example, I remember I called Bell one time and I was speaking to someone, and then I realized the call center's in Jamaica. So there's a lot of different opportunities for business in the Caribbean, not just real estate. So again, on this trip, we go to Puerto Rico. We're gonna fly, we're gonna be there from the Saturdays where we leave. The first stop will be in St. Martin, we'll be on the Dutch side. But because it is such a small island, if there is interesting property on the French side, we can also arrange that because there are a lot of people who live on the French side and work on the Dutch side and vice versa. St. Lucia, same kind of stopping in Cashews. Barbados, a beautiful island, will be on the west coast. So again, we can go down the west coast, which would be St. Peter, all the way down to Christchurch if we need to. Dominica, it'll be our first time in Dominica. We know we're going to Roseau. But Dominica is an island on the rise. They're doing a lot of different things. There's a lot of room for development in Dominica. They have these 2 beautiful resorts, actually in the Portsmouth side by the airport. But Roseau is the capital, and that's what we're getting into, and there'll be a lot of great development there. Then we go to Antigua. Antigua, as you guys know, is a beautiful place. 365 beaches, so much to see, and so much different development. From when we were there, we were at Jolly Beach, which is an older development, but we also know there's about 3 new developments that are coming online. But again, it's what you tell us what you're interested in, and your price range will determine where we go. Then we have a day at sea. The day at sea is usually something if we can get together, because the one thing we do is when we get back to the boat, if you want to hang out with us, hang out with us. Can't stand us, just go back to your room, have a good time. There's lots of things to do, but we also do try to set up some activities. There'll either be activities for dinner or there'll be activities based on some of the things you might have seen. You might say this, hey, I want a bit more information on that island. We'll talk about that at dinner, or we'll make sure that we put you on to the right people to get the right information. But it's very important for us that if you're taking the time, the money to invest with us, and these people come to see this, we want to make sure whatever you're trying to get, whether it's information gathering or you want to buy a property, get you as much information so you can achieve your goal. So, I think I broke this down already. Next slide, and it's gonna be another video, so it's gonna pause there. And this video will play, I think.
Another stop on our Caribbean real estate cruise is the island of Antigua. We also stopped in Barbados and took a look at some great real estate opportunities.
Okay, so as you see, that was Antigua and Barbados, some places we went to. Again, we will look for condos, villas, things that, again, have a good price, but also good for Airbnb, because as you know, these are prime destinations for vacation, as well as people just traveling. So this is what we look for, based again on what you tell us. Now, before we get to the prices, we gotta tell you what you give you. Exactly what we said. We actually have a welcome reception that night, the Friday night or the Saturday, where everybody comes in, we get together, then we go to the cruise together. Meet up with us for welcome reception, then we go all together to the cruise. We'll make sure that you guys have your tickets, not your tickets, your luggage tags and everything. We just get on there as soon as possible. We recommend that you come in the Friday night, because the way Puerto Rico is, it does not have direct flights. So when you have to go to Boston, New York, or Miami, we always tell people, come the night before and don't worry. Because again, if you book the cruise and you miss it in Puerto Rico, you grab it at St. Martin, but then you gotta pay for that. So we really recommend them going the night before. We hang out. We have a couple of great restaurants we recommend in Puerto Rico that you check out and go there. Also, we are on Celebrity Cruises, Celebrity Summit. This cruise ship will be on. Everything is included in the price, including your cruise port charges, your taxes and fees. Now, for the actual cruise, one of the best things with us is that we have some perks in there because we do our deals with Celebrity Cruises. For example, Wi-Fi is included. If you haven't been on a cruise ship, trust me when I say Wi-Fi is important. I made a mistake of turning on my phone at sea, and $150 later, after 1 minute, I learned my lesson pretty quick. Right? Just turning it on was $150, right? All you saw, we have drinks. If you want any premium drinks, there's a charge for that, but all your drinks are included in that, as well as your tips. You don't have to tip anybody. All your tips are included as well. Every day when you get there, you are covered for your transportation. Your transportation will pick you up from the ship. From there, we visit the 2 or 3 properties, then we take you to lunch. When we get to lunch, and the lunch is included as well. All the lunches on the boat, on each island is included in this as well, at the different restaurants that we pick. After we finish lunch, it is up to you whether you want to come back with us, jump on the bus. Some people, because we're still close to the port, will just go shopping. Or they might have some friends they want to see or something like that. No problem, just make it back to the boat. Because the boat will leave people. We've seen the boat leave people. So it's more important that we give people enough time to also, give a feel of the island, because it's important that you might like the properties, but if you don't think about going into town, where is usually where we end up, get a bit of feel of the town, see if you really want to kind of be there. Because all you really saw was a couple of properties somewhere. This gives you an opportunity to go and visit around town and see what you like. Again, the luncheon, the reception at each island stop. And also you're gonna be getting, one of the best things is every island you go on, you're gonna meet our real estate partners. We have, through 20 years, we met a lot of good people on the islands. We vet our people, so because that's another thing too that you've heard with real estate in the Caribbean. People, well, I don't know that person. Things have changed a lot. There's a lot of good reputable people down there. We only work with them. That's why a lot of times you'll see us working with the government agencies, because we want to make sure that you go down there and we put your best foot forward, and these things don't happen. Because when you get into real estate investment, it's a fair amount of money. We want to make sure we're putting you guys onto the right people and following the right channels. And of course, there's Caribbean Barbados special perks. I can't tell you about that. Yeah, come on a cruise and you guys see what that's all about. And now, things it does not include the flights down to Puerto Rico, the airport transfers, as well as hotel accommodations if you are staying the night before. And we always recommend everybody travel insurance. We've been blessed, nothing's happened to anybody, but we don't want anything to happen to anybody. My good friend Nicole, she's a travel agent. I'm pretty sure she can tell you the horrors of not having travel insurance. We tell everybody to get it. Make sure that you also read everything. So for example, if you have a pre-existing condition, make sure they know about it, because the most you have insurance, they don't want to pay out. I'm sorry to say that. So you got to make sure you protect yourself by getting the right type of insurance when you're traveling. So if anything happens, you're covered. And also, we have a travel partner named Hibiscus International and Robin. So when you call us and you're interested in booking, we'll put you on to her. We do not handle anything like that. That has gone through our TICO licensed travel agent. That's all the insurance, all the licensing, and everything. So you're not giving us the money, again, we'll end. Next slide, I think it's a video.
Our second Caribbean Vibrations real estate cruise was a smash hit this year as we traveled with an awesome group of buyers, realtors, and investors looking for real estate opportunities in the Caribbean while cruising with Celebrity Cruises. We set sail aboard the Celebrity Reflection and experienced a luxurious cruise that brought us closer to some of the most amazing destinations in the Caribbean. While on board the ship, we relaxed in stylish accommodations and enjoyed all the award-winning offerings that makes cruising so much fun. We made stops in Nassau, Ocho Rios, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. Some of our cruisers love the real estate tours by day and returning to the ship for some relaxation in the evening, followed by some dinner chat and networking before retreating to our staterooms for a peaceful night's sleep. When traveling with Celebrity Cruises, we always stay in the Aqua Class staterooms that offer a beautiful veranda with access to Blue. A bold and intimate dining space infused by the spa lifestyle, offering premium flavors crafted with intention. You can also get unlimited access to the Persian Garden, where you can enjoy aquatherapy treatments or a tropical rain shower. There are many dining options and distinctive restaurants with menus crafted by Michelin-starred chefs. We spent a lot of time at the Ocean View Cafe that provided breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a variety of delicious items that can satisfy the most discerning traveler. The dedicated staff on board is available to tend to your every need while enjoying endless ocean views and catching some sun. From unforgettable spaces to world-class amenities and distinct features, our group had a blast sailing with Celebrity Cruises. Be sure to join us on our next Caribbean Vibrations Real Estate Cruise. You won't be disappointed. Check out our website for details.
So, we have different packages. We call the CB package, which includes the cruise package, plus all the things that we're doing on each property. You'll all be getting an email with this as well tonight. So, an ocean view is the standard type of room. Veranda is the one, kind of almost like Aqua Class, but it has the same type of room with the veranda that you see. The difference with veranda and Aqua Class, like I said, is access to Blue, that restaurant, as well as the Thermary Spa, which has all those aqua treatments. Massage is not included in that because massage is still those extra spa services. But some people do like Blue because it gives you a little bit of a bigger room, as well as access to the Blue restaurant and thermos treatment. Now, if you decided sometimes couples come and the wife might be a real estate agent and the husband wants to just chill on the cruise. We also have prices that are just the cruise. Now, these again are based on double occupancy, so 2 people to a room, right? So if you want to do Ocean View, it's $23.76 for cruise only. That means you're not coming with us on the real estate portion. Your partner, spouse, friend might be going on it. You're just there to kind of relax. Veranda is $26.56 and Aqua is $30.16. Now, if you're a person who says, I don't like nobody, I want to be by myself. We also have single occupancy. Those prices are down here. 50888. Veranda is 5648, and Aqua is 6368. Fortunately, the cruise line has nothing to do with us. That's what they charge. So you can see the difference in price, and that's based on the cruise. We don't increase our price because it's still just one person, but that's the price difference because you do have your own room, but that's how they basically do it. I think it's roughly 80% of what it would cost them. Next slide, please. Oh, well, sorry. Some guy sitting around having a good time, relaxing. I think he's done a pretty good job, I gotta say.
Don't forget to follow us on social media at Caribbean TV. The fourth stop on our Caribbean real estate tour is the island of Barbados, where we got to visit Port Ferdinand Marina and luxury residences in St. Peter. You are watching Caribbean Vibrations TV, and we're coming to you from the beautiful Port Ferdinand Luxury Marina and Residence. And I'm here with Tristan from Una Living Property. How are you?
I'm great, thank you, Alan.
Thank you so much for having us. We had a great tour, and one of the questions I had to ask you is, tell us about this beautiful property.
Well, Port Ferdinand Luxury Marina and Residences stands out in Barbados because it's one of the only 2 marina developments. Both Port St. Charles and Port Ferdinand were built by the same fabulous developers who've been in the business for 40 years. They're infamous, maybe isn't too strong a word, for their level of quality and finishes that they bring to each development. So that is one of the great attractions to prospective investors. What we also offer, which is unique to not just Barbados but to a lot of developments, is we offer a community of experiences and amenities. Not just pools and gyms, but we have golf simulators and water sports teams, and a staff that every time you return calls you by name and makes you feel at home. We also offer opportunities for our owner investors to meet other great people, just have experiences beyond the development. So I think that's one of the key features of why you would come and speak to me versus someone down the road. But we also have a sister resort called St. Peter's Bay Luxury Residences. Rather than being on a beautiful marina, they're on a great part of the island overlooking the sea. And a lot of people want to be steps to the beach, and so that delivers. It is absolutely fantastic, sprawling patios. I think it's literally 22 steps from your bikini lift elevator to the nearest piece of sand. So it's a lovely piece of real estate as well.
Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell our Caribbean Vibration viewers?
Just that Barbados is a fantastic place to live. I'm originally from Canada. I've lived here now coming up to 14 years. And especially this time of year when it's minus 30, minus 40, I feel lucky every day I wake up and look around. This is a fantastic island.
Well, I agree with her because I'm down here and you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
Our realtors, we have social packages for you, or people who would think they want to sponsor this cruise or get involved. There's lots of different ways we can work with you. So again, thank you for your time, and that is the presentation. Any questions? Nicole, I'm seeing you right now, so. And also online, you can send questions, just type it in the chat, and Melissa can ask it.
So, so that you have different people who will be traveling with us. Will it also be like people to help with like financing, and do people get, do you find that you need to do the financing here? Or is it better to do it in the island that you're going to, or is that something, there's a question?
It's a bit of both, because I'll give you an example. We do have people we work with in regards to financing up here. That we can put you onto, so you can get pre-approved, so that way you know where you're going. But there's also places that do citizenship by investments that we're stopping off at. So now, if you're a citizen, you do have access to financing on those islands. So usually we'll tell people beforehand, again, it's, you know what you need. We'll also say to them, try to figure it out beforehand. But yes, on the islands, there are financing. So for example, maybe an example like Jamaica, JMB, DNB, JN Money, all do financing with Canadians, right? You don't have to be a Jamaican citizen, but they can do financing.
Is it a plus if you're a citizen?
Oh, a plus when you're a citizen, you know, it's all a plus. There's always be more incentive, but again, each island is different, because like I said to you, there might be a developer who's offering different incentives to foreign buyers because they feel that's the market, you know. But again, every island is different. But if you let us know which island, for example, or what price range you're looking at, we can now do some diligence from our side and talk to our partners and say, hey, we have a client coming down, this is what they're looking for, and you can start that conversation with them before you get down. There's got some questions. Oh yeah. When you're on the spot, no, I covered it all. Like I'm not good. Anything in the chat? Man. Oh, Tony, you got a question? Say goodbye. That's it. Okay. Well, I mean, I figured I'd have some questions, but again, we recorded this whole thing, so we will send you the recording. Again, if you want to go over anything, as well as all the prices, and we also have a one sheet that we just sent to you already to say this is what's going on as well, just to break down everything. Again, I want to thank you for your time. Feel free to stay around, have some more food, have some more drinks. And I hope to see you on our third Caribbean Vibrations Real Estate Cruise in November. Thank you.
I can stop sharing.
So